Today on Absolute Basketball Experience Film Breakdown, we take a look at 6', 2021 point guard Bobby Pettiford of South Granville High School in Creedmoor, North Carolina. This past season, Pettiford averaged 22 points, 6 rebounds, 7.5 assists, and 3 steals per game while shooting 56% from the field and knocking in 45 threes on the season for his 30-1 high school team. Pettiford picked up his first offer, High Point, in October of 2018. He did not pick up another offer until Virginia Tech offered on February 28th of this season. Since then, Elon, Wilmington, Providence, which happened this weekend, have all stepped forward as well. Why are the Power Fives finally jumping on Pettiford? Today, we're going to take a look at 2 videos shot by Big Shots Nation. The first is titled High School Hoops Highlights, Bobby Pettiford Jr. versus Franklinton. The second, North Carolina Hoops Highlights, 2021 guard Bobby Pettiford Jr., South Granville High School. Both of them uploaded this year, February and March, respectively. The links for these videos are in the description below. Be sure that you check them out, and please subscribe to the Big Shots Nation page. Before we get into the video, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up like. And if you enjoy the preview, please be sure to share it across your platforms as well. Also, in the comments below, we want to hear from you who you want to see us do a film breakdown of next. Very excited to get the fan participation. We want to hear who you want to see next. But here, without further ado, are 3 reasons why the high majors have come calling for Bobby Pettiford. And here we get going. Warm-up film. Some good B-roll of Pettiford in the warm-ups here. There we go. Turns the corner, get downhill. You see how he gets his body into the defender there? He got a step on the defender, got his body into him, went up to the basket, finished there at the rim. Nice body control there. That's one of the big things of Pettiford here is big, strong frame. And there it is, the explosion. So those are 2 things, 2 key points as to why Pettiford is so highly coveted or will be highly coveted is because of his frame and his explosion. He's very strong. He's got a compact center of gravity. And he's able to get his body into you and not necessarily get knocked off of his line. And then the explosion, as you saw there with those last 2 dunks, getting high above the rim, finishing in traffic. Here goes another one. You saw both. Got their elbow above the rim. That's just unbelievable for a point guard. I mean, he's a 6-foot-tall point guard sitting here getting his elbows above the rim. Obviously, he's a crowd favorite. He will consistently make wow plays to get the crowd involved. Here he goes again. You saw he got bumped there, didn't get off of his line. Got a step past the defender, got his body into him, finished at the basket again. Another thing, a 3-pointer, that's going to be the knock on Pettiford. If you saw there, he knocked in 45 this season, though. Kind of answering all the question marks that he may have had about his jump shot previously in the season. So here he goes again. Here's the second video. Another finish at the rim, using his body, using his strong shoulders to get even with the defender and then putting it into him so he can finish at the basket. There goes that speed, beating everybody down the floor, getting to a spot. That's an elite translatable skill that he has is his speed. His speed is unmatched with most people. Head up, along with his speed, he's able to play fast and controlled. His head's up, his head surveys the floor to his teammates. And here goes another one, is a pitch ahead pass, rewarding his teammate for running the floor. Another jump shot you see here, as we mentioned before, he made 45 of them this season. That was a big question mark coming into this season. Making 45 this year, kind of, I don't want to say it answered those questions, but it led it in the right direction that he's coming along on the jump shot. Another pitch ahead pass you see there, playing fast while under control, head up with everything. Another 3-point shot there. The shot form looks good. It's repeatable. He's getting it in stride, finish at the rim, the speed, quick first step. As you can see from these videos, Pettiford does have a lot of tools, a lot of elite skill, a lot of ability to be able to play that. But what are the reasons why the Power Fives are coming in? Well, here are some positives. Here are some things that Pettiford does immediately. His explosion. He has compact frame and he's got burst. From a standstill 0 to 60, he can get downhill. His first step gets him past defenders, but also with his frame, he is able to get into the defender and not get knocked off of his line. He's able to play with a low center of gravity and leverage in order to get by his man, to his man, into his man, and then still finish at the rim with some craft around the basket. Also with the explosion, he is a highly combustible athlete. As you saw in the first video here, he's elbows at the rim type of athleticism, very sneaky. He does it with a quick load, and he gets up into the air, and he can dunk on Late rotation, he can get past his man with some backdoor alley-oops, as you saw, some backdoor cuts, and all that kind of stuff. There's that element of surprise there. So along with the quick twitch first step burst, he also has the vertical athleticism to be able to finish above the rim, and he's got the strength to be able to finish through contact. He also, point two, plays fast, but with playing fast, he plays controlled. His head up, and the vision surveying the floor on the break. He's got the ability to go inline to inline faster than most people run the floor without the ball. And he's able to beat his people down, keeping the defense on their heels, always having to send one person back. You can't have 5 crash the glass against him because you're always going to have to send at least one back because it's going to be a fast break. He's the type of guy who's able to get the ball through the net and get the ball up to half court by the time the defense is even ready, still celebrating the play. But he plays controlled as well. He turns it over some, but very rarely does he make bad decisions while he's running the floor, while he's playing fast, while he's getting the ball up in transition, quickly beating people down the floor and finishing at the rim. But he also has a killer instinct. And this is something in the past that he's kind of had question about him. This past season, though, going 30-1 on the year, averaging 22 points, 7.5 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals per game, he consistently showed the killer instinct to be able to prove, I'm the best player on the floor. That is something that you cannot build, that you can't teach at the next level. Either you have that or you don't. This year, Bobby Pettiford showed that he had that killer instinct within his game. And that is something that when combined with the speed, the explosion, the vision, the composure, all that stuff together, that plays him into a high-level type of player. Rooms for improvement, things that he's still improving on his game, his jump shot. Yes, he made 45 threes this season in the 30 games. So he showed that he's able to knock them down and that he's a threat. He needs to get more consistent. He needs to continue to look at his footwork. He needs to continue to look at his base and his center of gravity within his jump shot. The release point looks consistent. The release point looks high and soft. That looks pretty much the same throughout all these clips and everything. It's the lower body work. Needs to continue with the footwork, the center of gravity, and base, and continue to work on that. Knocking down 45. He with his foot speed, with his ability, with his quick burst, the fact that he's able to show that he can knock down a three, not necessarily hit it, but the fact that he could hit it, that's going to be a threat at the next level. And as he continues to get on the gun and continues to get his base down and his footwork down and all that kind of stuff, within his jump shot, he's going to be more and more and more of a threat of it. And then also kind of playing off of that as well, understanding his spots on the floor. He needs to figure out where his kill zones are on the floor and how to consistently get to those spots, and also continue to develop in the middle game. As you saw in these clips, a lot of the stuff is either with the three-pointer or a lot of stuff is either at the rim. I like to see him develop his understanding of where his kill spots are, where his spots on the floor are, and consistent ways in order to be able to get to those spots, as well as develop that middle game, 2 dribble pull-ups, maybe the 2-footed floaters and all that kind of stuff in the traffic. As a 6-foot point guard, going up to the next level, you're going to be going up against guys who are equally as athletic, but 6'9", 6'10", long and all that kind of stuff as well. You're going to have to develop a crafty way in order to be able to continue to be a threat to score the ball in the paint. You're not going to dunk everything at the rim and all that kind of stuff. So as he continues to go, continuing to develop those nuances of the game with understanding of his spots, understanding of the middle game, and consistently knocking down the jump shot, getting his base, getting his footwork together in those aspects as well. Overall, as a prospect, Pettiford has what it takes to be the best point guard in North Carolina's 2021 class when it's all said and done. He has the burst, the explosion, the body control, and the vision. And when the game gets flowing and he's playing off of instincts, it can be incredibly fun to watch him. You will routinely go to his games and see the crowd just to their feet and just going crazy off of plays that he's made. And this isn't just one play at a time. This is like entire quarters worth of just excitement and plays and all that kind of stuff. Sure, the jump shot needs to become more consistent. And as he continues to really fine-tune the finer nuances of his game, watch out. The speed, control, vision, it translates now. The ability to get people to their feet is something that is incredibly exciting and will continue to be, it will continue to carry him. It will continue to get cameras on him, and it will continue to excite college coaches as they continue to watch him. There should be a lot more Power 5 offers to come for him, as well as possibly a national ranking in his future. But what he does, looking at his game, it is easy to see why Providence, Virginia Tech, and these other schools, these Power Fives, are getting involved with Bobby Pettiford. And there you have it. Absolute basketball experience, film breakdown of 6', 2021 point guard, Bobby Pettiford of South Granville High School in Creedmoor, North Carolina. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We got to take a look. We got to see as to why the Power Five schools were coming in for Pettiford, and we got to take a look as to what he can expect for the future moving forward. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to share it across your platforms. Also, subscribe to this channel and go ahead and give the like button a thumbs up. And in the comments below, we want to hear from you what player you would like to hear from next from us. But until next time, on Absolute Basketball Experience Film Breakdown, I am Jamie Shaw. Thank you guys very much.